Hello everyone. Today we dive into one of the greatest mysteries of all time, a legend that has fascinated philosophers, explorers, and dreamers for centuries, the story of Atlantis, the fabled lost city. Was it a real place swallowed by the sea, or just an allegory crafted by an ancient philosopher? In this journey, we'll uncover the origins of the myth, explore the many theories, and question whether Atlantis might still be hidden beneath the waves. The tale of Atlantis begins with the Greek philosopher Plato. Around 360 BC, Plato wrote two dialogues, the Timaeus and the Critias, where he described a mighty island civilization located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. According to Plato, Atlantis was larger than Libya and Asia combined, a land blessed with abundant resources, its fertile soil, and magnificent architecture. Its people were powerful, wealthy, and advanced, possessing skills in engineering, agriculture, and naval warfare far beyond their time. But as the legend goes, their pride and greed angered the gods, and in a single day and night of misfortune, Atlantis sank into the ocean and was lost forever. Plato presented Atlantis as both a cautionary tale and a fascinating story. He claimed that his ancestor Solon, a famous Athenian statesman, heard the story from Egyptian priests during his travels. These priests supposedly told Solon that Atlantis had existed about 9,000 years earlier and had waged war against Athens. But many scholars believe that Plato invented Atlantis as a moral lesson about the dangers of corruption and hubris. After all, Plato was known for using allegories to teach philosophical ideas. Yet, the vivid details he gave left room for speculation. Descriptions of concentric rings of land and water, grand temples coated in silver and gold, and a powerful naval empire captured imaginations. Could a philosopher really have conjured all this out of thin air? Or was he drawing from fragments of forgotten history? For centuries, Atlantis lay dormant in the pages of Plato's works, occasionally referenced, but not heavily pursued. It wasn't until the age of exploration that interest in Atlantis surged. As sailors discovered new lands, people began to wonder if perhaps Atlantis had been a real place, destroyed and hidden under the sea. From then on, the search for Atlantis became a blend of science, speculation, and obsession. Some theories place Atlantis in the Mediterranean, suggesting it could be linked to the island of Santorini, once home to the Minoan civilization. Around 1600 BC, the volcanic eruption of Thera devastated the island, creating massive tsunamis and destroying entire settlements. The Minoans were a highly advanced society with intricate palaces, plumbing systems, and vibrant art. Could this disaster have inspired Plato's tale, passed down orally until it transformed into the legend of Atlantis? Others pushed the theory further west, into the Atlantic Ocean itself. Some explorers have speculated that Atlantis might have been located in the Azores, a group of islands with volcanic origins. Beneath the waves near these islands, unusual underwater structures have been reported, though most turn out to be natural formations. Still, the possibility of a sunken continent in the Atlantic captures the imagination. There are even bolder claims, placing Atlantis in locations as far away as Antarctica, the Caribbean, and South America. Supporters of these theories often point to similarities between ancient civilizations, like the pyramids of Egypt and those in Central America, suggesting a common lost origin. Some fringe researchers even link Atlantis to extraterrestrial influence, imagining that the Atlanteans were beings with technology so advanced it appeared almost magical. But mainstream archaeology remains skeptical. Most evidence points to Atlantis being purely fictional. Plato's timeline of 9,000 years before Solon would push Atlantis back to around 11,000 years ago, a period when humanity was still largely nomadic. No archaeological discoveries have confirmed a civilization that advanced existing at that time. The sudden destruction of a massive empire in a single night seems more myth than history, yet mysteries remain. Beneath the seas, off the coasts of India, Japan, and Cuba, divers have found unusual structures, some appearing like walls, roads, and steps. Natural formations can often resemble man-made structures, but the possibility of lost civilizations hidden underwater continues to tease our curiosity. The fascination with Atlantis isn't just about whether it existed. It's about what it represents. Atlantis embodies the dream of a perfect society, a utopia blessed with knowledge and prosperity. but it also serves as a warning of how pride and corruption can lead to downfall. It asks us to reflect on our own civilizations, and whether we too risk repeating the mistakes of this legendary city. Modern science has also kept the Atlantis myth alive. Advances in marine exploration, sonar scanning, and satellite mapping reveal more of the ocean floor than ever before. We've discovered entire cities submerged beneath the sea, such as Heraklion near Egypt, which was once thought to be a myth itself until it was uncovered in 2000. If cities like Heraklion could vanish and be rediscovered, could Atlantis one day emerge from the depths? Beyond science, Atlantis has become deeply ingrained in popular culture. From books to movies, documentaries to video games, Atlantis continues to spark our imagination. It has been portrayed as a technologically advanced superpower, a peaceful utopia, and even a mystical city of magic. Its versatility as a legend is part of why it endures. But perhaps the most compelling aspect of Atlantis is not whether it existed, or what it stirs within us, the longing to discover lost knowledge, to find hidden truths, and to believe that something extraordinary lies just beyond our reach. The oceans cover more than 70% of our planet, and yet we have explored only a fraction of them. Could Atlantis, or something like it, still be waiting in the uncharted depths? In the end, the mystery of Atlantis may never be solved. Perhaps Plato crafted a brilliant allegory that has taken on a life of its own, or perhaps fragments of truth hide within the myth, pointing to real civilizations swallowed by time and water. What we can be sure of is that the story of Atlantis will never fade away. It's a mystery too powerful, too inspiring, and too deeply rooted in our imagination to ever disappear. So the next time you gaze at the ocean, remember that beneath those waves could lie the ruins of worlds long forgotten. Whether Atlantis was real or not, the legend continues to call us to dream, to search, and to wonder what secrets still rest beneath the sea.